is going on, everybody? Who's ready for a beer? I think I'm ready for a beer. Fuck yeah, Kentucky. Welcome, welcome. What's going on, man? The beer alarm just went off. I like that. I can be like your self-beer alarm, I guess you can say. I don't know. That's pretty cool. Oh, man. It's been a slow-moving day. It has been. I don't know. Set my alarm for noon today. Ended up stopping the alarm and sleeping for like another hour. So I woke up at like 1 and ready to get the day moving, I guess. Should be fun. I think today's going to be a good one. Today's beer should be good. Keep my fingers crossed because it looks like this one's a pretty popular one from said brewery. So, yeah. I'm excited. Plus, I think Charleston, North South Carolina is always a place I've wanted to go to. I don't know why. But, damn right. It reminds you to turn on the YouTubes. Turn on the YouTubes and have a beer. I think that's a good little thing. If you're sitting here hanging out, waiting, hit that like button while you're chilling, waiting for the stream to start. Greatly appreciate it. Hit that like button. Hell yeah, Kentucky. That like after you posted it on Tap, I'm like, I need this beer in my possession. 100%. Just because the can's so awesome. Because fuck Gavin Newsom, you know. I think up at 4 o'clock. Time to start the damn thing. I'd be damned. And let's do this. Boom. Welcome everybody. Welcome to another live beer review. And today we got, I want to say it's a fancy one, but we got an interesting one I'm excited for. So today we're going to be looking at a double dry hopped Sungazer India Pale Ale from Charlestown Fermentory, which is, never heard of thing about these guys, but because they're not usually like, usually when it's a company name, it's usually like something brewing, not fermentory. So that's interesting. That I think is one of the things that caught my attention when I purchased this one off Tavor. So before we get into that, let's talk a little about Charlestown. So they're located in Charleston, South Carolina, and pretty much their main focus, which I think is really cool, how they mostly stick to the hoppier side of beers. So their main focus is hoppy beers, along with using like traditional and different fermentation methods for making their beer, which is also really, really cool as well. But there's one thing I wanted to mention that I think is the coolest thing about this brewery in general, which, you know how breweries sometimes have, like, they have their own kitchen in the back, serve food and all that stuff. Well, this one does a little bit different. They have a rotating, like, amount of different chefs, local chefs and all that stuff from around the state, from around the local area, And each day you're going to have a different person cooking what they want to make in their kitchen. So I think that's pretty cool. They have like catering companies do it. They have different local chefs, different restaurants that come in and use their kitchen to pretty much make the food for the menu for that day, which I think is pretty damn awesome because you can go there every single day and get possibly a different style of food from a different chef, which I think is badass. So I think that is really cool. And I think from hearing that this might be like a brewery that is kind of on my bucket list for a place to check out. I don't know. I think that's really, really awesome. So why don't we get into what we're going to be drinking today? So this beer is, when you crack it open, it's chock full of Citra and Citra Cryo hops and the sense of candied orange and nectarous mango waffle from the brim. It's so deliciously potent. If you close your eyes, you could actually picture yourself strolling through an orchard of clementine trees. Not to mention, each sip overflows with tropical flavors of zesty tangerine, drippy mango, and ripe passion fruit. A note of pine resin and a touch of pithy grapefruit on the finish balance the big fruity notes of a beer that is rich in flavor and pillowy soft in body. And yeah, that sounds pretty damn delicious. I forgot there was a tab I need to have open. Forgot to open on tap, but that's okay. We're going to do that right now. Hold on a second. Let's do this. Why are you not going to... Hold on. Hold, please. There we go. Okay, hold on. I think we got it. Hold. Wait for it. Boom. I think we're good. Wait, there's a shit ton of different Sungazers. Hold on, let's see which one we're actually looking at here. My unprepared ass didn't freaking have this up, but that's okay. That is okay. We'll go over that later. Where the fuck? There we are. Okay. Wow, my fucking dumbass over here. Shit. Okay. Got it. Got it. So, like I said, this is their double dry hop version and of their popular Sungazer IPA. And so, like I just explained before, I'm going to be getting a lot of tangerine, mango, and passion fruit. Maybe clementine notes. I don't know. This guy comes out at a 6.8% with 6.8%. So I would say it's fairly sessionable, fairly sessionable. So let's crack this guy open and see what we're looking at. So, oh yeah. Okay, let's see what we got on the smell. Oh yeah, right off the bat, I'm actually getting the clementines right there. Holy crap. Orange, citrus, clementine, kind of getting like a little bit of like a mango back note on there. But yeah, let's pour it and see what we're looking at. Of course, today I'll be drinking out of my Untapped pint glass because I love Untapped. And let's give her a pour and see what she looks like. Okay, we got a fair amount of head. Not too bad. A little bit hazy. A little bit. Nothing too crazy when it comes to the haziness of it. But yeah, that just looks like a really crisp, clean, double dry hopped IPA, which I'm a huge fan of. Let's see. Yep, still getting a lot of like orange citrus kind of smells. A little bit of like a sweeter, like I'm getting a little bit more of like that sweet kind of smell in there. I'm thinking that could be from the mango or the passion fruit. But yeah, let's give it a shot. So, cheers, everybody. Yeah, that's nice. It is nice. Strong on the like the citrus and the. It's really really balanced when it comes to the how much citrus there is and how much of the hoppiness there is. I'm getting that nice amount of like piney, danky, resiny kind of flavor in there. The mouthfeel to me is like a mixture of like oily and juicy, kind of like a nice juicy mouthfeel in there. It kind of has that kind of oily kind of texture in your mouth. But yeah, that's a solid one. So let's see what kind of rating this guy is getting on Untapped. So, like I said, it's a 6.8%, and with over 1,923 people rating it, it has an average rating of 4.33, which that's a pretty high rating for the amount of stuff they got. So let's see what other people are saying about this guy. So somebody gave it a 4.5, somebody gave it a 4, somebody gave it a 3.75, 4.25, 4.5, 4.25. Let's see, 4, 4.25, 4.25, 4, 4.25, 4.25. Yeah. So pretty high ratings for the amount of people that have drank this beer, which I like. But yeah, definitely full of citrus in here. That's balanced out really well with that that hoppy notes to it. Very smooth, not really boozy at all, just because it's a 6.8, so you're not going to get any really booziness to this. Yeah, this is solid. Very, very solid. I'm definitely enjoying this. So let's start getting into our grading systems here. First off, we always start off with can art. Let's take a look. Yeah, I like it for being called the Sungazer, having that kind of like sun colors to it with the yellows, oranges, darker reds. I think that's really cool. It's nice, clean, crisp, and just it's a very nice label. These are definitely colors that would appeal to me looking in a liquor store or a bottle shop. So definitely for just like the kind of message with the name and putting that art on there, yeah, that's perfect. Calling it Sungazer and just having a nice sun in the center with all those like beautiful colors for like what you would expect with like thinking about the sun. Yeah, that's fantastic. I like this. I don't know. I may be just a fan of these colors for can art just because when you're trying to merchandise this, these colors are going to come at you right away. Like you're going to see this from the other side of the liquor store if you kind of glance at it. So this one's going to be something that'll pop out at you. So I'm a big fan of the can art on this. I am. It's simple. It's clean. I'm not trying to reset, like go out of their way to go crazy with the label, which is nice once in a while. But yeah, for what their message is and like what kind of my style is with color and like how you do a can art, I'll give this a solid 4 for what it is. Yeah, so 4 out of 5 for can art. So let's start thinking about some other stuff. Okay, so if I would have gotten this beer at Charlestown Fermentory in a flight, would I go up and get another glass of this? The more I'm drinking it, the more I'm thinking the hoppy notes are kind of going a little bit more than the citrus notes. Not by much, but it's like I said before, it's really well balanced, but it's a little bit more on the hoppier side than the citrusy side. Not by much. Not by much. It's a very, very short margin of how much hoppier it is than citrusy. But overall, yeah, it's really good. Let's see. Would I get a glass of this if I got in a flight? I probably would. Yeah, this is definitely something that I would enjoy during the summer. I can definitely understand why this is like a heavily popular beer in Charleston, South Carolina during the summer, probably just because it gets hot there. This is refreshing, crisp, citrusy, nice hoppy notes. For some reason, hoppiness is kind of refreshing to me during the summer. I don't know why, but it is. So yeah, I definitely get a glass of this in a flight. Well, I definitely get a glass of this if I got in a flight. now let's start getting down to final ratings. I think it's solid. I think it's really good. Definitely be something that I recommend to people who are looking for a nice sessionable IPA. If you like hoppy flavors, you're going to enjoy this. If you like citrusy flavors in your IPA, you're definitely going to enjoy this. So there's not really any kind of like people that, if you're an IPA drinker, you're going to find things about this beer that you're going to like. It's simple. They're not trying to reinvent the wheel with how like an IPA is. They're keeping those strong citra hops flavors in there, which you're going to be getting a good amount of the pininess and the hoppy flavors, along with the strong citrus, mango, tangerine, passion fruit flavors. And it's an overall really, really, really well balanced. And it's just a great sessionable beer, I think. So what would I give this as like my final rating? Like I said before, this guy has a rating of 4.33 on Untapped. And I like the way their brewery looks. I guess if you're in the Charleston, South Carolina area, go to their website if you're interested in doing any kind of curbside pickup. You can order food, beer, merchandise. They have glassware, they have shirts, hats, everything. So if you're in that area, I'd definitely go out and give them a shot if you're looking to try some new stuff, which is really good. But let's see. I don't see any like locations outside of either getting it off Towne or getting it from Charleston Fermentory for being able to purchase the stuff. I think you'd be able to find their stuff in like any liquor store or bottle shop around that area, I would say. Maybe even get into the North Carolina area. I think you can get them. But I got mine off Towne, which I've explained what Towne is so many times by now, but I'm going to keep on doing it. Towne is a great beer subscription / beer crate service to where you can either choose a flavor profile you enjoy when it comes to just random flavors of beer, and they pretty much send you a box of different beers every single month. Or you can kind of just sign up with them and then pretty much choose off their selection. They update every single day of creating your own crate that you get shipped to you at the end of a month, which is their selection with having over 7,000 plus different beers. They're adding new ones every single day. And it's just the amount of variety that they give you when it comes to different styles. They have something for everybody, which is great. It's just the only downfall to that is depending on what state you're in, you may not have the capability of getting the stuff shipped to you due to there either not being a local delivery service that will do it, because Towne isn't going to be shipping their stuff via like UPS, FedEx, or the postal service in general. They use like smaller courier services to deliver the product to the house or wherever you're ordering it to. And you just kind of, when you try to set up an account, you just have to put in your zip code and it'll tell you if there is like, if you're able to get stuff from them, because they kind of factor it out with if there's a local delivery service near you and all that kind of stuff. But I always recommend Towne because the service they give is unbelievable. The amount of beers they have available, unbelievable. And you can get a shit ton of beer for a flat rate of $15 shipping, other than paying for the beer itself. And they get you like rare stuff. They get you stuff that is in small batches. So it's awesome. You just kind of have to go on the app and see if you can get it. I recommend anybody in chat right now who is watching on the replay to just give it a shot. Download the Towne app, or you can go on the website if you're watching on your phone, which is in the description below. And you can click on that and kind of set up an account and see if you're able to get stuff shipped to you. If you are, I recommend doing what I do and just create an account. If you don't want to do a subscription thing, you don't need to. But just to see if you just have the option to look at their selection and put stuff in a crate that you can get stuff shipped to you, that would be my automatic go-to for anybody who's looking to try beers that are not local to your area, which is great. So back to what we're really here for. Let's figure out what this final rating of this guy is going to be. So like I said, has a 4.33 average rating on Untapped. But it's because, I don't know if maybe because I like my IPAs more citrusy than hoppy. which is not a bad thing. It's just how I like my beer. But this is overall well balanced. It's like I said before, it's more on the hoppier side than the citrusy side. I'll give this a solid. I definitely give this like a solid 7.75, almost an 8. If it had a little bit more citrus in there, it would definitely be like a close to an 8, 8.5. But it's overall really, really delicious. It has plus point for being sessionable. It's a nice haziness, has a nice mouthfeel. So overall, it's a very, very solid beer. If you have the opportunity to go over to Charlestown Fermentory or be able to pick up any of these beers from Charlestown, especially the double dry hops Sungazer, I definitely... Did I put Stargazer in the fucking... Oh my god, I need to change that. So, actually, okay, hold on. I'm going to do this while I'm drinking this beer because I'm an idiot. I put Stargazer instead of Sungazer. So don't mind me. I'm just fixing that really quick. Save. Boom. Okay. I'm just a dumbass, but it's okay. It's Sunday. I have an excuse. But yeah, like I said, definitely a beer I'd recommend to people who are into good, like, citrusy and hoppy IPAs. This is definitely another solid one that I've tried. Other than that, yeah, that's all I got. That is all I got for you guys today, guys. So, again, thank you everybody for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. If you're not on Untapped and you want to find out what I'm drinking or kind of enjoy being on the social media for beer drinkers, I highly recommend giving me a friend request on there. I have the link to my Untapped down in the description below. But yeah, it's like I said before, it's social media for beer drinkers, which I think is something that I love personally, just because of how much of a beerhead I am. So, yeah. Yeah, Lee, you're a little late, but it's okay. That's okay. Other than that, yeah, that's all I have for you guys today, really. Ending the week strong with a nice IPA, and pretty much it. So, thank you everybody for hanging out. Greatly appreciate every single one of you. Kentucky, Derek, Anthony, Lee, you guys are awesome. You guys are like my regulars with coming in here and hanging out when I do these streams. Everybody who's watching on the replay right now, I greatly appreciate every single one of you. Before you leave, if you're hanging out right now, make sure to hit that like button before you leave. It would help me out greatly. And yeah, that is all I got this afternoon. So I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, fantastic evening. Hope your guys' weekend went fantastic. I know mine was good. But other than that, yeah. If you guys going to drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. And cheers.